Okay.
It was,
That clean living pays off every time.
yeah, I started to make it a point not to ever drive
Good.
before the daylight, before the sun comes up, ever again. I don't know how I missed that. Yeah, I don't know how I missed that thing.
It is 10 o'clock, Monday, April the 22nd, 2024. I'll make a motion at this special meeting of the Navarro County Commissioners Court come to order.
Second.
Motion made by Commissioner Grant, seconded by Commissioner Perry. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
And we are in session. I'd ask everyone, to please stand for opening prayer, followed by the Pledge of Allegiance. And I've asked Commissioner Brewer to lead us in prayer today.
Father, we thank you for this day. We thank you for the opportunity of serving you and serving our county. Father, we pray that you lead and guide us today in all the decisions that are made. Be in the best interest of our constituents, best interest of our employees. And Father, we pray this morning you'll watch over our first responders, watch over all of our road crews out on the road. Go with us now. Forgive us where we failed you. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen.
Amen. Please join me for the pledge. I
pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
May be seated.
Ron.
Mr. Ron Capehart. Have the floor, sir.
Good morning, Judge, Commissioners. Today is Christmas in the end of April. Through some very successful tax sales about 2 years ago. We've got some excess proceeds today for entities, so I'm out delivering Christmas cheer in April. And the county's portion of the Christmas cheer today is $18,889.11 in free money that the county can use as they see fit, since this is not a already item that is budgeted for. So this is over and top of the budget, so y'all can spend it however you want to. So I'm going to present these to the tax assessor. Mr. Dowd.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Capehart.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Come back anytime.
Yeah. Come back to every meeting, something like that. That'll work. That'd be great. Yep, yep. All right. Quick. We'll move on now to our consent agenda, items 5 through 8. There's a need to talk with any of, discuss about any of these, we can do so. Otherwise, if we need to approve this as a whole, I'd ask for a motion to do that.
I move that we approve the consent agenda as a whole.
Second.
Motion made by Commissioner Moore, seconded by Commissioner Brewer. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Go on to our regular agenda item now, and first one up is consideration of burn ban. I don't know about y'all, but I don't think my grass will burn because it is green and it's wet. So.
I got an inch and a quarter.
That's about what I got. I think somewhere between a quarter and a half or something like that. But at any rate.
Spread out all day, so it's soaked in well.
Yep. No action, gentlemen?
No.
Thank you. Item 10 is Texas A&M Agri-Life Extension Service to present the 4-H showcase and NCYE update. Ms. Lori?
So I'm here by myself today because Cecily got called out. Her son broke his arm over the weekend. And they called this morning after looking at the x-rays and he had to be back in. So I'm gonna read over her notes and I hope I get it right. So she's got notes over stock show. We've had a very productive year with 4-H. So I'm gonna give you kind of a run through of what we've done with 4-H this year, what we did with Youth Expo, and then some of the contests that are going to district and state. And then I'll give you just a little bit on some of my FCA programs. So I'm gonna start with 4-H. And our stock show season started in October or September. And for Fort Worth, we had 17 entries of sheep, goats, hogs, steers, and heifers. At the San Angelo stock show, we had 14 entries. And I guess she started in January of this. because I don't have the fall ones, but, so San Angelo was in January, we had 14 entries. And San Antonio, we had 21 youth participate with 28 entries and made some cell holes. We had 4 compete in food challenge. In public speaking, we had a 4th place junior in San Antonio. Patricia Reed, placed in science fair. We had 2 skillathons, 1 in photography, and we had heifers, hogs, and steers. Rodeo Houston, we had 43 youth and 57 entries and made some with sale, and many won their classes. Then we had chickens, heifers, steers, and hogs. We had commercial steers. We had 8 go to food challenge, and I went with the food challenge teams. And then in other miscellaneous contests that they had in Houston, we had 8 participants. And then in Rodeo Austin, we had 13 youth with 13 entries. And so our Youth Expo, which just ended a couple of weeks ago, we had 125 youth that were in 4-H participate with over 290 entries. And we had 80 that made the sale. This is just 4-H, not FFA and all. We had 10 grand and reserve banners. We had chickens that won grand and reserve. We had registered heifers, reserve hogs, grand and reserve rabbits, grand and reserve food, best in show, most creative in the creative arts, and grand and reserve champion and best in show in the creative arts. So we did very well. in
Good.
Expo. And in showmanship, we had 5 juniors that got banners, and 8 intermediates and 6 seniors, and we had 13 honor students. So total involvement in the Youth Expo this year was 233 youth, 419 entries. I'm sorry. I'm not reading my own notes. Total stock show involvement this year was, and that's including Youth Expo and all of the other stock shows, was 233 youth entered, 419 entries, and over 3,000 miles traveled. And I conducted the food challenge at the Youth Expo this year, and we had 13 teams, which is huge compared to what we've had in the past. And we had families that donated buffles this year to the grand champion winners. And so the junior team, which was the Dawson Lemon Twist, won a buffle for the grand champion food challenge team. And the Blooming Grove FCCLA Spice Girls won the grand champion buffle for the senior food challenge. Some other contests that I have done is the county. We had the county food challenge, and we had 32 participants in the county food challenge that went to District 8. And we have 1 senior team that advanced to the state 4-H roundup with food challenge. And then in food show, Audrey Heron, Elena Heron, both placed first in their food show competition, and they will advance to state. And then we just recently had fashion, and in our fashion, we had 1 junior first place and a 2nd place. In our intermediate, we had a 2nd place. In our seniors, all our seniors got first in their category, and they will be headed to state. So Gracie Mumford, Audrey Heron, and Alina Heron will all 3 go to state in June. And Gracie received the top model award in the fashion show. So we swept the District 8 fashion show last week. And then also I conducted photography, which was a county contest, and then went to district. We had over 60 entered for county, and we have 15 seniors that advanced to District 8, and then we have 15 that entered state contests, and I don't have the results yet on the state contest for photography. But we just had a lot of really good participation. So for my FCH programs, began Every Healthy Kids Week this week, and today is Mindful Monday. So I've sent out things for the schools to post, the teachers to use in their classroom on, activities they can do for mindfulness with the kids on Monday, and tomorrow is Tasty Tuesday, with, and they've got information on nutrition and how to bring up nutrition in the classroom and stuff that they can send home to parents. I also have a home edition of Every Healthy Kid Week, post and something to do each week with families, and I've sent that to all the daycares here in town and the Early Childhood Coalition and people that work with, parents of young children. In February, I did a cooking with friends at the Faith Lutheran Church, and I had 6 participants where we all cooked meals and they could take healthy freezer meals home. And then right now, I've started a Better Living Texans Growing and Nourishing Healthy Communities, which is a garden, a community garden. And I'm doing that with the Open Door Church and the foster grandparents, that started last week. And then, I did 2 heart healthy programs earlier in February, one for the foster grandparents and one for the Martin Luther King Senior Center. And I had about, 30 total that participated in the heart healthy programs. So
Good deal.
I'm proud of what I've been doing.
Sound like y'all been busy.
And of course, we still have Kelly going out into our schools. She's doing Learn, Go, Eat, Grow with the Boys and Girls Club. She's doing Learn, Go, Eat, Grow with Dawson after school program. She just finished Dance Fit with them. I've got a Walk Across Texas going. And last in the fall, one of my county teams, I think it was the district court team, won the grand champion team on Walk Across Challenge, and they're competing again, but that's going, and we're about in the middle of that.
Right.
But I had Dawson after school program that participated in the Walk Across Texas program too.
Cool. Well, thank you. Thank you for
Oh,
sharing all that with us.
thank you.
That's
Yes.
great. And if you need to go, of course, you know you can.
Thank you.
All right. We will move on now to number 11. Since that was just an update and requires no vote by the commissioners. Number 11 is consideration of changing Monday, May 27 of 2024 Commissioners Court date to Tuesday, May 28. That should be a 24 on that. Got an error on it. Due to the Memorial Day holiday. Need a motion to do that, please.
I make a motion that we change the Monday, May 27th, 2024 Commissioners Court date to Tuesday, May 28th, 2024, due to the Memorial Day holiday. Second.
Motion made by Commissioner Brewer, seconded by Commissioner Moore. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Number 12 is consideration of approving the tax collection report for March 2000 and where's that camera? 2024. Mr. Mike Dowd.
Morning, all.
Morning.
Morning.
All right. Year-to-date collections are $28,104,941.18, which is ahead of last year's year-to-date collections at this time of $26,071,496.29. Dollars and cents were ahead $2 million, $2,033,444.89. Percentage wise, we're a little bit behind. We have collected 91.96%. Last year at this time, we had collected 92.89%, or a difference of 0.93%. But the money's in the bank.
Good deal.
All right, I'd like to tell you something else when you get to approve that, you go on.
Okay. I mean, we're about to approve it anyway, correct, gentlemen?
Yeah.
All right, we need a motion, please, to accept that report, approving that report.
I'll make a motion that we approve the tax collection report for March 2024 by Mike Dowd.
Second.
Motion made by Commissioner Grant, seconded by Commissioner Perry. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Now, do you want to say
Got
something?
another little piece of paper here,
Okay.
collections, all right?
Good, good.
This audit, this turned into the audit for, this is fiscal year of, prior year from, October of 22 to September of 23. And it's just, I'd like to make this public for everybody to know, you know, what what's going on over there in that office. As far as the DMV goes, we did 12,193 title issues
Wow.
in that fiscal year. And in registrations, 251,628 registrations. Alright.
Cars.
We did 852 tax certificates and then about 38 beer, wine, liquor sale, TABC information. On top of that, we collected taxes for everybody in the county, all of them, consolidated collector, on top of doing this. But when you consider 365 days in this year, then you back up 5 days a week, 260 working days, and then you back the vacation days up out of that, you're about 240 something. Do the math on that.
Bunches.
See what that looks like up against
Mhm.
things in general. That's a whole lot of average. That's a lot of business in a day.
I mean. Yeah, yeah, all y'all gotta do, and you probably do, I have, go by over there and do a title transfer or register your car and just see how busy they are, because it's constant motion. People coming in. I don't guess y'all have a lull time, do you?
No.
I didn't think so.
Got two speeds, you got busy and busy.
Busier, yeah,
You try and get a parking spot.
Yeah.
yeah, that's
Early
true.
voting going on, started this morning, so
Oh, fine.
parking's at a premium right now.
All right, number 13 is consideration of approving the request from juvenile probation for additional funds for placement of juveniles.
Yes,
That's
sorry,
all,
Ms. Miller could not be here.
that's all right.
At this point, I believe we are asking for 25,000. We still have 2 kids in placement. And they have been extended because they're not wanting to do right while they're in there. We have one that we have sitting in detention now, waiting to go to placement. We're still waiting to get a court date. We have applied for RDA funds for him to go. We're waiting to get approval for him to go. So there's a possibility we may have him pay for him. It's just the other 2 that we still have in placement that now that they have been extended, it's just, we just don't have the money to pay for them.
Sure.
To keep on staying.
Because of the facilities being so far out and the rates have increased tremendously.
I noticed
Yeah,
that.
one of them that's in placement is 260 a day. The other one we have in there is 271 and 21 cents a day.
Yeah.
For the other one.
Just amazing. Okay,
It's weird.
any questions, gentlemen, or discussion before we vote on this?
I'm assuming y'all have talked with
Yes.
Terry about getting it out, okay.
Yes.
I figured that, but I wanted to make sure.
Yes.
All right, need a motion on this one, please. Item 13.
I move that we approve request for juvenile probation for additional funds for placement of juveniles.
Second,
Motion made by Commissioner Moore, seconded by Commissioner Brewer. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Thank you. If y'all need to leave, though, just go on. I know you're busy. Number 14 is consideration of approving Guardian Security Solutions LC proposal for a courthouse security server from courthouse security funds. Good place to take it from, huh?
Yes, well, this is for the cameras here in the courthouse.
Yeah. Just time to replace or got something going
It
bad. or-
actually crashed last week
Oh.
after Guardian looked at it. I don't know why.
Hmm.
But we've had that since we had the courthouse restoration since 2017. And it was due for an upgrade. And so that's what they were trying to see about what they needed to do, how fast or whatever. And then later that week, it crashed. So we've got to get it done.
Yeah, we want to do that and make sure. One of the things that I do, and I'll just stop for a moment and share this with you in court. Whenever I have a docket of folks who've, charged with something or whatever, part of my address to them is to let them know that if they're thinking about leaving Vermont are doing something stupid, it'd be a real good idea for them not to do that because there's cameras everywhere. And they're all outside the building and they're all inside the building. And, one of the neat things about the ones outside, it happened 2 or 3 years ago, wherein someone, was trying to parallel park out front and hit an employee's car. It was already parallel parked. And so, the lady, the employee who happened to see it out the window when it happened, contacted security, and security went and checked it out, and the person who had hit the car denied that they had hit anything. So they just go and pull the camera records, and it's like watching a little movie. 150 feet away from the camera is what it recorded. And I tell people, every camera in this building is a whole lot closer to you than 150 feet. Probably in the 20 to 30 feet range. And if you decide you don't like something that goes on in court, don't like me, don't like the DA, don't like whatever, probably a good idea just to, and leave. And we'll bring you back another time. So, but anyway, so we want that camera system working well all the time, if at all possible. So we need a motion, gentlemen.
I'll make a motion of approving Guardian Security Solutions LC proposal for courthouse security service from the courthouse security funds.
Second.
Motion made by Commissioner Moore, seconded by Commissioner Grant. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed?
Commissioner Perry.
I'm sorry.
With a P.
Yeah, no joke. Didn't do that. We did it. All right. Commissioner Perry made that motion and Commissioner Grant seconded it. And all in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
All right. Motion carries. 15 is consideration of approving a 5-year contract with Vive for cybersecurity protection for adult probation. This y'all's,
I can speak on it if you'd like.
please tell us what it's about.
So. Adult probation needs a new firewall, or they need a firewall in general. They're not on our system, so they need to be secure on their own. And right now, we have an opportunity to use some funds that could provide that for 5 years for them, for the first 5 years.
Cool. Questions, anybody?
Cybersecurity is a very important thing today. And 20 years ago, we didn't even know what it was.
It will also help them pass their next DPS audit.
Good.
Very important.
So I'll make a motion to approve 5-year contract with Vive for cybersecurity for the adult probation department.
Second.
Motion made by Commissioner Brewers, seconded by Commissioner Moore. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. 16 is consideration of approving a resolution for historic downtown reinvestment tax credit. John Boswell.
Good morning, Judge. This is the annual downtown tax credit program. I reviewed all 29 of the applications that we got this year. The city approved their portion earlier, about a month ago, and the county's portion this year is $24,216.61.
Okay.
A lot of applicants this year, so the number is,
Yeah, I had no idea, when I was reading this, I had no idea that all of this work was going on down there, some of those downtown buildings. That's pretty impressive.
There are quite a bit, and there are some that were rejected because they didn't have the right paperwork. So there's more investment than this. This is just what is qualified under our pretty tight rules.
One of the neat things I've noticed about downtown has been folks buying old stores and turning them into their living quarters, and some of it look great, what I'm saying of them. So that's good that there is some advancement, in people investing in downtown buildings and trying to improve them and all that sort of thing. So.
And a lot of them moved now to the ones on the eastern side, the east side of the downtown,
The old warehouses.
and all those little small stores, they redone all those.
Sure have.
Judge, you may.
Yes, sir.
John, can you Refresh my memory, how many of those projects took place in the county?
Every one of these took place in Navarro County.
Outside the city limits.
This is the current downtown, was mainly violation.
Downtown only. Yeah. Okay, so any discussion, questions on this, gentlemen? Not, I'd ask for a motion. Do you have anything else, John? Okay, thank you. Ask for a motion, please.
I'll make a motion that we approve a resolution for a historic downtown reinvestment tax credit.
Second.
Motion made by Commissioner Grant, seconded by Commissioner Perry. All in favor, please say aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. Thank you, John. Number 17 is consideration of approving a final replat of Retreat Ranchette, Section 2, Lot 5-R2 for CMH Homes, Inc.
Good morning, Jim.
Stanley, are you, sir?
So this is, precinct 3, I believe, County Road Southwest 0018 out in the Retreat area. It's a previous replat they had done on 5-R2. Now they're coming back and this is the last they could do is this track here, but anyway, it's a 3 3/4 acre tract that was split in three sections. 1.25, 1.24, and 1.25 again. They're asking the commissioners for approval this morning. It will adhere to all the statutes for septic system regulations, and it does meet state and local regulations for subdivisions. And like I say, I believe it's in precinct 3, and they're asking for the permission for it.
You know, Ben?
Do these originally have deed restrictions when they
I
first,
don't know about this one. I didn't do that research on this one, but it is an existing subdivision.
I just didn't know if they previously did it when they broke it up.
I believe there are some, but they're really weak. They're like 40, 50-year-old subdivision. regulations.
Well, I move that we approve final replat for Retreat Ranchette, Section 2, Lot 5-R2 for CMH Homes, Inc.
Second.
Motion made by Commissioner Moore, seconded by Commissioner Brewer. All in favor, please say aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. Number 18 is consideration of approving a final replat of Oak Hollow Addition, Lot 18 for Annette Chandler.
Yes, sir. Originally a 10.348 acres. She just wishes to split it right, pretty much right down the center, creating 5.348 and 5 acre, even tract. They meet the subdivision regulations for local, county, and state regulations, and they're well above the for septic system regulations. Yeah, she's asking Commissioner Court this morning for approval. I believe this one's going in precinct 4.
Yeah, I'll make a motion, we approve the final replat of Oak Hollow Additions, Lot 18 for Annette Chandler.
Second.
Motion made by Commissioner Brewer, seconded by Commissioner Moore. All in favor, please say aye. Any opposed? Motion carries.
Thank you, Jim.
Hey, thank you, Stan.
Stan.
Number 19 is consideration of approving the city of M House to cross Northwest County Road 1130 in precinct 1.
This is just a standard road bore, getting water from one side of the road to the other. And I make a motion that we approve the city of M House to cross Northwest County Road 1130 in precinct 1.
Second.
Motion made by Commissioner Grant, seconded by Commissioner Perry. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any
On this-
opposed?
On this amendment, it says precinct 2 right here. Do I need to change that to 1, or is it?
Probably
So
so.
that's supposed to be 1.
Oh, is it 1?
Next is item number 20, which is consideration of approving Community Water Company to cross Southwest County Road 3140 in precinct 4.
There is an issue with this. When I looked at this last week, on the application itself, on the front, it says Southwest County Road 3140. But on the map, they have the crossing on Southwest County Road 3130. So I called Community Water Supply to ask where, was it actually what they're doing on the map, or is it back up the way about a mile going across 3140? Where we have some issues with water lines in the roadway there anyway. But they assured me it was on 3130, it's down there, it's an area down there, and I think that roadway probably at one time back in the sixties and seventies was 3140, but it got changed at some point in time. The people who live on that road still get their mail at County Road 3140, but in actuality, this is on 3130. And there's not a problem with it, so we need to change that on the front page, the Southwest County Road 3130. And I make a motion that we approve community water supply to cross Southwest County Road 3130 in precinct 4. Second.
Motion made by Commissioner Brewer, seconded by Commissioner Moore. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Number 21 is consideration of declaring the listed items for the Navarro County Sheriff as surplus.
All that's gonna be is just a miscellaneous electronics that's accumulated over the years that we're trying to clear out storage on.
It's amazing at the time they were cutting edge.
Yeah,
And now obsolete, you can't find anything for them.
Yeah.
disc burner is on there. Wow. Yeah.
All right, there's no discussion on it. We need a motion, please.
I'll make a motion of declaring the items listed for the Brevard County Sheriff's Office as surplus.
Thanks.
Motion made by Commissioner Perry, seconded by Commissioner Grant. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Thank you, Charlie. Number 22 is consideration of approving Navarro County Sheriff's Office to donate 27 cradle points, whatever a cradle point is, to Kaufman County Sheriff's Department that were surplused on 3/25 of 24.
These were our electronics that help run the cars, cameras, and they could talk back to one another. Since we went to the new body cam system with the ARPA funding, these are no longer obsolete. Kaufman County is still running this exact same setup. They were surplus last time, but we just haven't had a chance to get rid of them yet. So they contacted us and said, hey, do y'all have any? So, matter of fact, we still do. We haven't got rid of them yet. So this is what we put back on there to see if we can donate them to an existing agency to help them out.
Okay. Any comments on that, gentlemen?
Can't we-
Questions?
Can't we donate stuff to them, Tim?
I'll ask.
As long as you have an interlocal agreement.
Did we have an agreement of any kind? Has that county sent us anything yet?
The county sent a letter to the sheriff, and you have it in your packet.
Requesting.
Yeah, we do have a not certified, but a letterhead from the actual sheriff there
Yeah.
asking if we can help.
Okay, okay. Up to y'all, folks.
I mean, will that serve as an interlocal agreement? Is that good enough?
It'd probably be better if we had one that was formal and more, more formal interlocal agreement than that request, but that's for us to ask for. I'm not to state what we want.
I'm fine with it as long as we're legal.
As long as we're legal.
Okay. They need a motion then.
I move that we approve any CSO to donate 27 cradle points to Kaufman County Sheriff's Department that were surplused on 3/25/24 with a interlocal agreement.
Thanks.
Motion made by Commissioner Moore, seconded by Commissioner Grant. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
Thank you guys.
Hey, you
Yes, sir.
could probably just run up to the DA's office and ask them if this is okay. And if
Yeah.
we need to draft one, we will. If not, we can just use this one.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Thank you. 23 is consideration of declaring a 2009 Chevrolet pickup as salvage for precinct 2.
Yes,
See attached.
yes, this truck has exceeded its lifespan.
Well, I call it exceeded its life expectancy.
297,000 miles on it, the motor's blown up. And I'll make a motion of declaring a 2009 Chevrolet pickup as salvage.
Second.
Motion made by Commissioner Perry, seconded by Commissioner Grant. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
And I don't think there's anybody gonna oppose this. But I'll ask, anybody oppose this? I thought. How many miles on that thing?
297, I believe, 297, 586.
Yeah, you got
Oh,
your
man,
line.
a good one.
Man,
You couldn't get an even 300 out of it?
I tried. I tried. The oil was, too much oil was blowing out.
too much pollution. All right, number 24 is consideration of approving a special road use bond for Armadillo Solar Center LLC in precinct 3. Mr. Moore.
Yes, this Armadillo Solar Project has been revived after 4 years of. It's been in the closet because the original company, I don't know. And so another company bought it out and we revised the road use agreement that we passed back in 2021, whenever it was. And they removed some roads from it. And then we added the new per mile amount that we added. And so it's all exactly like they said. And I just wanted to make sure that we fully understand that these truck drivers, and they're just truck drivers, the vendors, that they fully understand which roads they're supposed to be on and which ones they're not supposed to be on. Because they follow Google Maps. And Google Maps shows roads that don't exist many times and the shorter cut, and these guys are pressed for time. And I don't want to see them on 1090. We have enough issues with Swift trucks on that road. The old airport road. But that old road's in need of replacing and there's. I just wanted to make sure that they understand. So,
Is it 100,000 a mile? Ed?
yes, sir.
Okay.
And it was reduced from 9 miles to 5.4 miles when they took some of the roads off of it. And it's better suited to go all the way down to Eureka anyway, because all that area, the main part's gonna be in that area. And off 287, most of it's gonna be based off 287 and then back around on 3243 in Eureka. So having said that, I move that we approve a special road use bond for Armadillo Solar Center LLC in precinct 3.
Second.
Motion made by Commissioner Moore, seconded by Commissioner Brewer. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Number 25 is consideration of declaring belly dump trailers as a surplus for precinct 4.
Actually, this is one trailer and we replaced it with a new one. And this trailer has an issue with the frame and the brakes. It's not really roadworthy and it's 2001 model anyway, so we need to get that off our place. I make a motion, we consider declaring belly dump trailers surplus from precinct 4.
Second.
Motion made by Commissioner Brewer, seconded by Commissioner Perry. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Number 26 is consideration of approving a 1-year financial agreement between American National Leasing Company and Precinct 1 for a road groomer.
We got this, we fixed this, we had this on here once already, right?
Yes.
But something was wrong with it, and we fixed that. I make a motion that we approve the 1-year financial agreement between American National Leasing Company and Precinct 1 for the road agreement. Second.
Motion made by Commissioner Grant, seconded by Commissioner Perry. All in favor, please say aye. Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. 27 is consideration of approving a 1-year financial agreement between American National Leasing Company and Precinct 2 for road agreement.
This was just a update to what we did before January 9th. And I make a motion of approving 1-year financial agreement between American National Leasing and Precinct 2 for a road agreement.
Second.
Motion made by Commissioner Perry, seconded by Commissioner Grant. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Number 28 is consideration of approving a lease on Esther B. Williams Park.
Yes, this is a park that the county owns that has been a place to dump a lot of stuff. One of the adjacent landowners has come up and would like to lease it and maintain it. And I've spoken with the attorneys on this, and they said we can do it, but we do have stipulations, but all I'm asking for is approving to consider to lease the Esther B. Williams Park. And I'll make a motion of approving to lease Esther B. Williams Park.
Second.
Motion made by Commissioner Perry, seconded by Commissioner Brewer. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Number 29 is consideration of approving to pay 2 invoices for Owens Hardware without purchase order for NCSO.
I make a motion that we approve to pay two invoices for Owens Hardware without purchase order for the Navarro County Sheriff's Office.
Second.
That you. Thank you. Motion made by Commissioner Grant, seconded by Commissioner Moore. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. 30. Number 30 is consideration of approving to pay 1 invoice for Huffman Communications without purchase order for NCSO.
I'll make a motion of to pay 1 invoice for Huffman Communication without purchase order for NCSO.
Second. Pretty serious. The dispatch console went down in the middle of the day.
Not a good deal, no.
Yeah.
Motion made by Commissioner Perry, seconded by Commissioner Brewer. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Number 31 is consideration of approving to pay 3 invoices for Smith Ag without purchase order for precinct 2.
Yes, we had some stuff go down and it sat there for forever for it to go, and we forgot to get the PO. And I'll make a motion of approving to pay 3 invoices for Smith Ag without purchase order for precinct 2.
Second.
Motion made by Commissioner Perry, seconded by Commissioner Moore. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. 32 is consideration to approve human resources to utilize a mass text communication system with Navarro County employees to notify them of important employee-related information. Sounds like a good idea.
I am, asking for approval to implement, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna use the Remind app, which a lot of schools use. Because it's charged to us. A lot of our employees don't have email, or they have it and they don't check it very often. And I feel like if I can send out important, employee relay, like enrollment, anything that comes up that I can, they might get it faster if I can text it.
So just go to phones. Okay.
Yes, yeah, they can download the Remind app and get the messages through the app, and it's for iOS and Android, or it'll just come as a text.
Good deal.
And I do have a consent form that I'll have to send out to all employees to have on file that I have their consent to.
Any questions, gentlemen?
Make the motion that we approve human resources to utilize a mass text communication system with Navarro County employees to notify them of important employee-related information.
Second.
Motion made by Commissioner Brewer, seconded by Commissioner Moore. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Number 33 is an executive session, I'll say this right in a minute. Executive session pursuant to the Texas Government Code Section 551.087 to discuss economic development. Need a motion to go into that session, please.
It's 10:45. I move that we go into executive session pursuant to the Texas Government Code Section 551.087 to discuss economic development.
Second.
Motion made by Commissioner Moore, seconded by Commissioner Grant. Is that correct? Correct. Thank you. All in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
We are now in an executive session. Thank y'all for coming.
You know, I think it's, the commissioner that makes the motion to go in executive session, to stand up and do 10 calisthenics. I challenge you to do 10 calisthenics.
Ain't gonna happen. Ain't gonna happen.
Jumping jacks, just.
I'm surprised you could ride on it.
I don't even know if I can get up.
Better than this.
On that resolution.
I've never been in the room and I haven't realized crippled one.
I just want to prove. I want to put the number on you.
You need to.
When we leave here, we'll go.
Yeah, on Thursday, I went out there the same day, but,
Yeah,
he said he'll get that.
I've had a
Few words.
freezing pad.
The one who made the, just right down the road.
Really talking about-
Oh, yeah, I know.
Same one like it.
New one.
Yeah, he told me about that too, and I talked with him. Foreman about that, he's off for a couple of days. He's gonna get up there and see what we can do about that.
Fix something underneath it.
Yeah, I can't see it there.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
Bid.
Yes, sir.
So
You're gonna want that on right here. This one, I've never seen one like this.
Wow.
They may not.
Is that my one?
That's a Mylar. Fix and see what Miss Dolly sees.
It's gonna tell you, that's not gonna show up when we try to scan that.
It does. It is
does?
super clean when you scan it, yeah.
Well, Jude was gonna put it another day.
Well, good.
It should be right there.
He had two flats. Yeah, you know, what, I think that's when I.
Put background to it.
Back. And I just said, you're on your own. Yes, I saw it.
That's new. Yeah, wait till Dolly, she's gonna give you heck about that, I guarantee you. Imagine that.
Yeah.
Each other.
Hey, doing good. Still like a person.
My wife got it for Christmas 2 years ago, and she bought it online, but it came from Italy. It used to look a lot prettier, but I've kind of fixed it up. I'm with AES.
Okay,
Doing
good.
the Armadillo project.
Yes, sir.
Just wanted to say hello and introduce myself. Mark Randall, who reports to me as the development manager, he may have met him over the past couple of months.
Like, I'm familiar with the property.
Yes, sir. Yeah, so, unfortunately,
Years ago,
yeah,
I was in the
It's better than giving them.
right.
Oh,
excavation
really?
business.
Oh, okay.
And I cleared all that and plowed it all.
Oh, no
They
kidding.
put in grass and all that. good stuff.
and,
Oh, very good.
we're
That's in
his
probably
new
part
friends.
of
I
it.
mean, he
Okay.
really said, oh, no,
Big-
you're our
big chunk,
friends now.
square.
He'll come
Yeah.
back all the time, whenever you want. I mean.
Her husband wanting to, develop.
I think
it.
I'm familiar with what you're referring to, yeah.
And I just assume that's where this is going. I'm pretty sure. I saw Peggy one time.
Yeah.
She said something about it.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna let you know.
Yeah.
So, hopefully.
Make sure to.
No, those mesquites, my God. There was a 9-inch thorn on one of those mesquites last week. We had a
Like that
biologist
sideline
out there
Huh?
You
doing
got your sideline
8
job?
bird
living
counts in
with-
the trees.
Wednesdays.
Right through his hand.
She said
It's like,
nobody
oh,
wants to
no.
do it.
Oh.
Not all the way through, but he had a small reaction.
Just
to it.
downtown.
Oh, man.
Oh.
Yeah.
Stores.
Think
That sounds
5
more
here,
like
5 there, 10
it
here.
was a locust. It was a
Yeah.
locust.
Most of them in the same
Yeah, they'll
box.
put out thorns that way.
I know.
All around the block.
Yeah.
I mean, just all the way up and down it.
Go
I
to
know.
the next one on the list. You got to go out to them,
Well, I'm
Red
glad you
bricks.
came up and said hi.
Yeah.
put some there.
Yeah, I just wanted to say hello and look
Annex.
forward to partnering with you guys
And
for
Just
many years.
different places, but they're all
Okay,
Then
nice meeting you.
the final place that I go is here.
Okay.
Goes to the county.
Oh, yeah, I forgot. Quick.
Oh, Jason.
Man, Dave, you know, step down. That guy that was just talking. She's a developer.